regardless of race or ethnicity. I'm Jonathan, and I'm going to do a poem called Daybreak in Alabama. I like this poem because the message it spreads really speaks to me, and everyone should take this message to heart. I also like this poem because it was written by a favorite poet of mine, Langston Hughes. I think Hughes really believed that someday his people's time would come. When I was a kid, I really enjoyed sunsets over at my summer house in Gloucester. The sunsets were over the lake and really made me feel how small I am and how big the world around me is. Even later in life, I enjoy sunsets over the lake at my camp, Lake Attitash. Sometimes it just really reminds me to stay calm and believe in everything. So I'm now about to read my poem, Daybreak. When I get to be a composer, I'm gonna write me some music about daybreak in Alabama. And I'm gonna put the prettiest songs in it, rising out of the ground like a swamp mist and falling out of heaven like soft dew. And the scent of pine needles and tall, tall trees in it, and the smell of red clay after rain, and long red necks, and poppy-colored faces, and big brown arms, and field daisy eyes, and the black and white, white, black, black, white people. And I'm going to put white hands, and brown hands, and yellow hands in it, touching everybody with kind fingers, touching each other natural as dew. In that dawn of music, when I get to be a composer, and write me some music about daybreak in Alabama. I think this poem it really spoke to me because of the quest that Hughes went on for civil rights and for equality, and I really support him on this quest. This poem is one giant metaphor for how everyone should be equal with no racism, and this is Hughes' life desire for this to come true. This poem spreads this wonderful message that everyone should really get into. I support this and wish that more people could really appreciate what Hughes did. I think this poem really shows Hughes' opinion and his opinion on life. Another thing that this poem relates to me about is it's talking about one of the last remaining pieces of beauty on earth. This can mean almost anything to anyone, but this beauty to me is sports. This is my version because it has led me to so many successes in life, but it's also reminded me to slow and treat everyone fairly and not discriminate against people and have fair play. Like the motto of my soccer team is have fair play, because you want to win, but you don't want to win without hurting someone or making someone feel bad. So this is the last remaining piece of beauty to me. This is also translated to one of my beloved places, my overnight camp, Camp Bowercrest. This is because after a hard day of sports at the camp, I can look back and watch a sunset and slow down and remind me that everything is so much bigger than I ever thought it was. It's also the spectacular beauty of the sunset over the lake that this poem talks about. It reminds me of the small beauty left in the world. Daybreak in Alabama by Langston Hughes. When I get to be a composer, I'm going to write me some music about daybreak in Alabama. And I'm going to put the prettiest songs in it, rising out of the ground like swamp mist and falling out of the heavens like soft dew. And the scent of pine needles, and I'm going to put some tall, tall trees in it, and the smell of red clay after rain, and long red necks, poppy-colored faces, and field daisy eyes, and big brown arms. I'm going to put some black and white, black, white people. And I'm going to put white hands, and brown hands, and yellow hands, and red clay earth hands in it, touching everybody with kind fingers, touching everybody natural as dew. In that dawn of music, when I get to be a composer and write me some music.
In Alabama.